What is up, my fellow gamers? Welcome to Market Watch in NBA Infinite. It is officially March 4th tonight. We got a good market watch, a lot to go over. We're gonna have crazy stuff going on tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, but tomorrow is March 5th and we're getting a pretty decent update tomorrow, specifically with the hoop draft. We're getting some big changes that are going to be going on with this. So I just want to read this off. So we're going to get increased odds for James Harden, Joker, and Devin Booker. So this is going to be in the game changer one. So this is going to be completely different now. We're not going to have the ability to get Giannis, Lillard, or Jason Tatum. Their increased rates are going to go back to regular, so we're going to get those three new ones. Also going to be getting some increases for the epics. Now this is what I'm more interested in. While they are joined by trending epic players such as Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, and Jimmy Butler. So those three really hard to get epics that were previously only available in the star-studded pool are now going to be more accessible. So if we take a look at the game changers details, currently there's only a couple epics that you can kind of get. Trae Young is a very sought after one that a lot of people want, so he's going to be added. The game changer summoning banner is going to be pretty insane tomorrow, and I'm expecting the prices to be all over the place. Specifically, really look out for stuff like James Harden. People are constantly like keeping them. Their prices are going to spike like crazy. My personal opinion, I say maybe hold it for a day to see if the prices go up even higher and then sell it at that peak price. Unless you're going to spend a lot of money, unless you got a ton of those game changer tickets saved up, it's going to be really hard for you to go ahead and rank up, you know, James Harden or any of these like legendaries. But Joker and Devin Booker, they're pretty much on the market consistently, so you can kind of buy them. But the James Harden one, I'm expecting a huge price. Personally going to say sell it and then wait till later on to buy it when people are trying to sell their James Hardens because they want to buy new players. So you really gotta be very mindful of how you're doing this. So far, like, we had Giannis a few times throughout the week. 2.8 million was what pretty much the price was the entire week. Price I've seen a lot. I was kind of surprised that people stopped selling it at 3.2 million. You'll see that there is one right now for 3.2 million. We are also on the United States, the North American servers. So, you know, depending on what server you're on watching this, I know your markets are going to be different if you're in the overseas or whatever, but this is the North America player market. So 2.8 million was a great buy. If you were able to buy Giannis last week for this, you got a steal. Absolute steal. 5 is not bad. I would still kind of hold off and wait because he is going to be even more accessible with him being having his odds increased in the game changer. So you're going to see this normal market probably go to more sufficient. You're going to see a lot more of these on the market over the, you know, coming up weeks. So I would say hold off because this might, I'm assuming this price is probably going to drop. Jason Tatum has went down a lot. You'll see he crashed. He's one of the more weaker legendaries. I even did a legendary tier list earlier if you check that out. But he's definitely one that people are just like, you know, there's such a high abundance of him that people really don't, they're not trying to like max him out or anything. You know, there's tons of copies on. People are just trying to sell what they have of him just to try and get some gold coins so they can buy other players. But he's just been trending down. He's almost under 1 million. Now, down here, this is where it gets pretty crazy. Damian Lillard, at one point, there was some listings for him that I saw that were under 1 million. I think it was like 980,000 a few times, like the last couple days. So these legendaries, they're really like, people don't want them. Like, they're not that great. I know there's people out there who are like, oh man, Jason Tatum's amazing, Damian Lillard. Honestly, like, I'm trying to just give you a reality check. They're not that great compared to some of these other legendaries. And the fact that we're going to be getting new players very soon this month, you know, nobody's really going to want to play them. They're going to be trying to sell them and get the new players. And then we got, you know, mythic players that are going to be coming out. You know, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. People are going to want to play those legends. They're not going to want these Damian Lillards and Jason Tatums who are like Damian Lillard. You have to be losing for him to really be effective, you know. So that's why you're just seeing these huge crashes, because people just, they don't want them, and there's just such a huge abundance of them from that infinite 14-day event that people just are like, nah, I don't just sell them and get whatever I can. But I am guessing that these prices are going to continue to crash. So if you're looking to sell, I would probably sell ASAP, because they're only going to keep going lower. Specifically Joel Embiid. I mean, his went down crazy. Just last week, you know, he was going for 1.3 million, 1.2. He's under $1 million now. People are just trying to get rid of him. They don't even want him. And I actually think he's really, really good. This is going to be the first legendary that I'm going to max out. And let me tell you, I am over here and I am so happy. Every time I see that price decrease even more, I am just like, yes, keep going lower, lower, lower. I mean, the lower this goes, the better it's going to be for me. Arguably going to be one of the easiest legendaries to max out, because this price is it's just going to keep tanking. I would honestly not even buy it at 920. I would wait. I could easily see this going to 750. Easily. In a week, when we get all those new players, easily this is going to go down to 750. He's probably going to be the cheapest legendary on the market for, you know, forever. Honestly, some other ones to go over. Zion actually tanked like crazy, which I was not necessarily a little bit surprised about, but I think he's amazing. But the problem with it is he was very popular and really good in the beta, and in North America, people are like, oh, all he can do is drive and dunk. But, you know, it's actually really good because it's hard to stop it. So it is a consistent score of drive, dunk. It's easy to do. He's hard to block his dunk. But a lot of people just, you know, he was hyped at the beginning when the game first came out. And then people over time were just kind of like, I don't like him. I don't like him. And they just started selling him like crazy. And now he's only 310. He's a super duper cheap epic. And I still think he's amazing, honestly. I think this is, you know, this is just people not digging into his dunking ability and not really liking his play style all that much. But I still think, you know, 310 is an absolute steal. And honestly, I could see this probably continuing to go down. So I would even maybe wait, again, with the new players and stuff coming out. Paul George, he is tanking, and this is another amazing buy. I mean, this is the one that I'm probably going to try and max out first. And then I'm going to go for Embiid, because I already have my Paul George at a rank 6. So I need, you know, like a ridiculous amount of copies. You need like 32 copies or something to go ahead and max them out. Right now it says I need 26 more. So I got a little bit in the inventory, but I still need so many more. But yeah, 305 is a great price. I would even say maybe, you know, wait. It might go under 3K. It might go under 300K. But right now at 305, it's an amazing player. And the fact that he's so cheap, you know, it's just going to show you that a lot of people, they want the new players, and all these other players, they're going to tank. So my whole idea behind this market watch is the fact that I suggest that you don't buy into the hype. When these new players come out, sell them. I know it sounds like horrible, and it's, you know, everyone wants the new players. It's something new, but their prices are going to be skyrocketed. They're going to be so high, and that's the time where you can make a ton of gold if you go ahead and you pull one of those players. And I'm telling you right now, you just have to be patient. The way these games work, patience is rewarded. Sell those players when they're at a high price and they're all hyped, because then in a couple months when we get more new players, everyone's going to be going ahead and, hey, we got a new subscriber. Thanks for subscribing, dude. Everyone's going to be selling the other stuff, and then they're going to be buying into the new hype. It's a trend. Anytime there's something new, everyone wants the new stuff. Sell it, make tons of your gold. And then in a couple months, that stuff that was very high and that was new is going to crash. And that is the time when you go ahead and you start cashing out, and then you buy those players. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.